You better believe it, Amanda, and we are broadcasting live from 3 hours north at the field of F.L. Schlegel, home of tonight's Sumner Academy, who typically wouldn't play here. However, a few schools in this area share this field and call it home on Friday nights, and that's where the 10-seed Labette County Grizzlies find themselves going against the Sabres of Sumner Academy, the 7-seed. Both these teams finished 4-4 in the regular season, and both these teams have had quite a bit of success over the last 4 and 5 weeks. So, my point, both these teams, John, quite similar. This is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Grizzly football. Again, it is playoff time. If you lose, you're done. If you win, you move on. 13 minutes until kickoff. These two teams facing off against each other with the same record of 4-4, and a lot of things that look the same on paper, John. We did a little bit of digging into Sumner here pregame, and for our Grizzly fans listening, you can compare Sumner to the likes of maybe a Parsons and or a Coffeyville blend as far as style and athletic ability. So that being said, about as close to an SEK League opponent tonight that you could have drawn. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. And honestly, Jack, the way we were seeded, there were about 4 or 5 other teams that were 4-4, but Labette County had a negative point differential. That's why they find themselves as a 10 seed. And I'll be honest, we got kind of lucky with how things ended up with us going up and playing Sumner. Now, Sumner's certainly not a team to scoff at. I mean, obviously, they're a higher seed for a reason. They've had some very good victories so far this year. But Sumner's athletic, Jack, and that's going to be probably the biggest concern of the Labette County Grizzlies, right? When you pass rush, you don't want to get behind the quarterback. Don't give him lanes. It's going to have to be a unified front up there pressuring him, right? And another thing is you got to take away space from these playmakers, right? If they catch it, you got to make sure a body's right there instantly. You cannot allow them to have space to make a move.
4 teams in the Class 4A East region finished at an even 500 at 4-4, and Labette County, as John mentioned, got thumped quite a bit this season in some of those tough non-conference games early, giving them a negative point differential and finishing last within that batch of 4 teams that finished with the same record. The other 3, of course, were Sumner that we are facing tonight, Lansing, and Eudora. Again, this is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Grizzly football. 11 minutes until the kick of the pigskin here in Kansas City, Kansas, just north of the river and just west of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. About as close to the border as I've ever been as far as a Grizzly athletic event goes. We'll take a look at the Sabres. That is Sumner Academy. Their season went a little bit like this. 3 straight losses to open up the season. Loss of 42-0, 55-16, and 36-26 before the Sumner Academy Sabres were able to get their first dose of a victory, and they got it 4 times in a row. 4 straight wins, 46-0, 34-0, 20-8, and 34-6. The Sabres have burned their way through 4 of their last 5 games. However, they're coming off of a loss to Lincoln College Prep here in Kansas City by a score of 13-8. So Sumner, kind of like Labette County, started off a little sluggish. Labette County started 1-4, Sumner started 0-3, but they dug their teeth into their league opponents and had victories. I would say both sides are saying similar things, John. Should be a good matchup. Labette County has a good defense, Sumner has a good offense. This could be one of those contests that gets up into the 30s on both sides, perhaps. Before we dive into that and hear John's thoughts on a potential high-scoring matchup tonight, we're going to step aside for 2 minutes for the playing of the national anthem. Welcome back, Grizzly fans, to the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Grizzly football. November football is upon us, John. We're happy to be here and happy to be with you on KLKC Sports on YouTube or 106.7 FM, our favorite radio station based out of Parsons, Kansas. The Grizzlies thumped their way onto the turf for the second time tonight after warm-ups, wearing their road white jerseys and red helmets. Sumner yet to make an appearance. John, there might be more Grizzly fans here than Sabre fans.
Yeah, that's something you usually don't see, especially here in the playoffs. I figured the community would be out here more for the Sabres, but then again, I'm not sure exactly where their school is actually located, so it may have been, a decent little drive through Kansas City traffic for them to get here. Yeah, it's certainly an exciting matchup, though, Jack. Both teams 4-4 coming in. Labette County, obviously, lower end of the bracket, the 10th seed. KC Sumner up there among those four teams because of the point differential, but it should be a good one here tonight, Jack, based on what we've heard so far this week and tonight.
As John, we still have some time, 6 minutes until kick. The point I made before the national anthem feels like a game that could get up there a little bit. How do you feel about that?
I mean, obviously, it's fun to see if you're a fan, but if you're a Grizzlies fan, you don't want to see it, you know, something too high scoring, at least from the Sumner side of things. But, Jack, honestly, I think if the Grizzlies are going to walk out of there with a playoff win, they're going to have to hold Sumner to under 30. I think's the mark. Under 30 would be ideal considering their success so far this season, putting points up on the board. And they're going to have to run the ball. Labette County's going to have to find a way to run the ball and keep Sumner off the field.
Jamal Jackson, Jr., running back for Labette County, has busted his way well over 1,000 rushing yards this season. In fact, over 1,200 rushing yards on 200 carries even. 10 rushing touchdowns, John. 150 yards a game for the junior Grizzly running back. 4 captains for each team make their way to center field. Again, we are at F.L. Schlegel Field, which is home of Kansas City Schlegel. A few teams in the area share this field, and so tonight Sumner is calling it home. Referees make the players shake hands as they get ready for the flip of the coin. And the 4 captains for Sumner tonight are number 16, their quarterback, Michael Knight. Number 2, a 6'2" wide receiver, Jonathan Bandy. They have a couple good receivers that are all seniors that Labette County's going to have to look out for. Number 58, Kyron Washington, another senior on the lines, standing at 5'10". And Angelo Reese, a sophomore at 6'1". All 4 are captains for Sumner. John, when you get an ID on the Grizzly captains, feel free to cut me off, but the coin toss is finished, and we'll see who gets the ball here in a moment.
Yeah, your captains for Grizzlies tonight is going to be number 8, Barrett Heston, Jamal Jackson, I want to say Chris Stevens, and Bradley Black on that side of things. So we'll see who won the toss here.
Sumner has won the toss and elected to receive. We have a mic'd up white hat tonight.
That's going to help us out a little bit, Jack. We won't have to assume what they're calling now. We'll get to hear directly from the man.
The only other place I remember that has a mic'd up white hat is Wellington, actually. So really interesting, nice touch here in Sumner. 3 minutes until kickoff. This is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Grizzly football. We'll step aside for 1 minute, and John will have our weather forecast, and then we'll have kickoff.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Yep. Tonight's forecast for this matchup, it's going to be a little bit cooler, Jack. About 57 degrees at the kickoff. We'll drop down to about 53 third and fourth quarter. Feels about 50 right now. Cool low breeze coming to the southeast, about 6 mile an hour, 12 mile an hour gust. So a little bit chilly out there for the Grizzlies. And the Sabres, I believe that's Sumner's mascot, or name, I should say.
Dominic Gill has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, right at the heart of the field. 12 minutes pasted on the scoreboard in the southeast corner of the field, surrounded in a black track. And Gill takes his steps and fires with the boot. High, short kick. Labette County's got to field it, and they do at the 40. Did they lose it, or did Labette County maintain?
It was a really heads up play there by Johnson to recognize that ball. Wasn't going too far, and a fair catch it there. So you kind of saw those other front one guys kind of like, oh crap, what do I do here?
Almost tougher to catch than an onside squib type bouncer. You know, it floated real high, bright lights, players are coming at you. Great play by Dylan Johnson. So Labette County starts with the football, first round of the playoffs here in Kansas City. Taking on the Sabres of Kansas City Sumner. Left to right, Labette County will move with the football. Aaron Wyrick, standout sophomore quarterback, with a pretty darn good running back right behind him who gets the carry. Jamal Jackson swiped around the shins but keeps his legs moving to the 45, and they'll mark him down at the 46.
Yep, something we're accustomed to seeing from Jackson so far this year, just bouncing off a Sabre defender there. As I want to say there's been a switch on the O-line. Hoffus isn't playing, or he is there. This is kind of a weird looking formation here, Jack, as Dickens is the center. Jackson with the handoff here. Go to the left side, spin off a Sabre, and go down for a Grizzly first down.
Yeah, Bryson Dickens down there flipping the ball back to Aaron Wyrick there at center.
Hoppus is out there as well, though. He's kind of playing another H-back spot, kind of like what Stevens is doing. Price is really digging deep into his bag of football knowledge here with some of these formations.
Inspired by the trick-or-treat festivities of Halloween. Few tricks from Coach Price. Jackson with a big gash. He'll bust it open to the 30 of Sumner. Might mark him down a little short, but Labette County moving the ball at will.
Yeah, so far Sumner has not looked up to the test, at least stopping the run. Not a whole lot of resistance right now. Real good job by that Grizzly front five to seal off that left side there for Jackson.
All runs for Labette County so far, 0-0 your score. 11 minutes left in the first quarter. They go to number 24 in white again. Jamal hit this time at the line. Gains maybe a yard to the Sumner 30.
Yep, this time a better job by the Sabres there. I believe that's going to be number 10 on the tackle, Cameron Williams. Just a freshman coming up out of that safety spot to set the edge.
Wyrick has his red cleats at the 35, and Sumner jumps, and they're going to call it offsides on the Sabres, and that'll make it second down and short for Labette County, deeper into Sumner territory.
Yeah, Jack, I'm not sure what to describe this formation as. They're in the pistol, but they have two kind of sniffers or wings right inside, not even by the tackles, right in behind those guards.
Haven't seen it this season. We've seen Johnson and Stevens on one side of the line, you know, beefing it up, but Hoppus not the center tonight, playing behind the center, Bryson Dickens. So, yeah, a different looking load up front for Coach Price's offense. He's got a receiver right and a receiver left, does Aaron Wyrick. He'll take the snap at his chest and turn and give it to Jamal Jackson, who's tackled from behind. Good defense on back-to-back runs for the Sabres front five. And it'll be 3rd down and 3 for Labette County's offense at the Sabres' 34-yard line, 24-yard line.
Yep, so far good looking drive from the Grizzlies. Got 3rd and manageable here. Because now my view starting to get a little bit obscured here.
9:40 to go. They go to Jamal left side. He's got the first and a lot more. Jackson bounces off the tackler to the outside and then is wrapped around the pecks to the 15 or so. Labette County inside the red zone on the first drive of the game. The Sabres in their home blue uniforms with white helmets with a red stripe down the middle like a mohawk and silver pants.
And Jackson there was 7 or 8 yards down the field before he got touched by a defender. Office was leading the way for him there. Grizzlies having success on the ground early and often.
Yet to throw the ball is Labette County. They haven't needed to. Jackson again right side, cuts it in between some tackles inside the 10 and gets down to about the 7-8 yard line for a gain of 5.
Yep, Demarion Shine, the defender there, setting the edge, forcing Jackson to cut back in. Still a gain of 6 there for the Grizzlies.
9 minutes first quarter, Labette County at the Sumner 8 yard line. Jackson yet again up the middle and tackled up the gut this time by Elijah Robinson, a standout receiver for the team in blue. And Labette County, faced with another 3rd and short, did not have any problem with the last 3rd down and 4. We'll see if they can make this one just as easy.
Well, Jack, if they don't get it here, you think we'll see a Rivera field goal attempt, or probably end up going for it?
I would guess he'd go for it, but we'll see if they even need to. Jackson left side, tripped up and falls. 4th down and 2. Not sure who his legs got tangled up with. Might have been friendly fire, but he tripped nonetheless. 8 minutes first quarter. 4th and 3 for Labette County at the Sumner 7.
I want to say the defender, Gail Escobar, defensive lineman for the Sabres, was the one that managed to trip up Jackson. Grizzlies sticking with that same pistol formation with those 2 sniffers.
They go to Jackson left side, cuts it in, goes, first down, and he loses the football. And what are they going to call it? Are they going to call it a fumble? They're going to call it a fumble.
I don't know, Jack. I feel like that ball, they're going to rule it a touchdown. That ball crossed. Diving effort from Jackson's going to put the Grizzlies up 6-0 here early into this one. A really good-looking drive from the Grizzlies, running the football the whole way down the field. Price sending a message here that the Grizzlies are going to come out and be very physical with the Sabres.
6-0 Labette County. I wasn't too sure the refs were going to go that direction based on the body language of the back judge and the official back there with them. But they conversed and made the decision quite quickly that Jackson broke the plane as far as the goal line goes for his 11th rushing touchdown of the year. Rivera on to make it 7-0. Looks like a good kick from here, and it's perfect. Boy, that would have been good from a ways out.
Yeah, he got every bit of that one.
7-0. Grizzlies didn't throw the ball once and ran it right down the Sabres' throats to go up 7-0 on the road. 7:45 first quarter. Back in 30 seconds with the Grizzly defense on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Seven to 0 Grizzlies. 1 touchdown on 1 drive. Easy enough, right? 7-0 good guys. 7:45 first quarter. And Rivera on to kick after kicking a beautiful point after attempt just moments ago. And he'll let it rip. A low squibber that lands about the 22, trying to stay in bounds, and it bleeds out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Right idea from Fernando. Labette County special teams has improved a lot since that sloppy performance at Winfield.
Yep, and it's honestly been a bright spot some ways. The return games look very good with Fields and Jackson. Rivera's been a pleasant surprise this year for the Grizzlies. Covered that big onside kick against Coffeyville a couple weeks ago. They've done a nice job of really limiting those huge returns.
We're going to get a sneak peek, or rather a full peek, at the Sumner offense for the first time tonight. Labette County fans as well as team, coaches, kind of curious what to expect from this Sumner team. And the snap goes to right. He'll roll out to his right. He is quick. He'll throw across his body and in and out of the hands of his intended target. There's a flag down at the 40-yard line. And it might be a sideline interference or sideline warning on Labette County's. It is a sideline warning on Labette County. 2nd down and 10 for Sumner coming up.
Yep.
I'm sorry, it's Michael Knight, not Michael Wright at quarterback. Yep. Michael Knight.
You're going to see a little bit of Knight's, athleticism there. Felt some pressure from Stevens coming up the middle. Escaped out right, and we got to see the arm as well. It was a decent-looking ball. Good coverage down the field by the Grizzlies.
7:39 first quarter. 7-0 Labette County. Sabres ball at their own 35. This is Sumner's first possession. A run up the middle, hit hard and stopped at the 36-yard line for a gain of just a buck. Roper Whitley, Matthew Jarman, Tayton Claiborne, as well as, who was in there as well? Michael Reed.
Yep, why not? Sabres electing to go with the inside zone there. Just man-on-man, a bob call, just to see what they could get. Number 1 was the back, Demarion Shine. It's out there again. 3rd and long for the Sabres. Exactly what the Grizzlies need to happen here.
2 receivers left and right for Knight. 3-man rush for Labette County. Knight trying to evade pressure. Does so. Keeps his head up. Flings it. Coming back to the ball and making the catch at the Grizzly 42-yard line. In bright pink socks and pink shoes is a good-looking athlete over there. Is that 6?
Who are you asking about? The receiver, Jack?
Was that Jace Morgan, number 6?
Go ahead, give him credit. I couldn't tell you that they're bunched up in that huddle-up team here. Don't go from the signals on the sideline. But, yeah, the Grizzlies got to do a better job when they pass rush. They're taking better angles, right? You can't just allow someone with that athleticism just to run around you there. Someone managed to get a hand on him, just unable to wrap him up.
I'm going to guess that was number 8, Makai Neely. We'll figure it out later. I'm going to guess he'll catch a ball here before long. Matthew Jarman with a good tackle here, holding the Sabres running attack to just a gain of 2 on the carry. Adrian Kays.
Yeah, that was number 8 that caught that ball. Makai Neely working back.
We talked about towards the end of the pregame show how this game might not turn out this way, but we feel like it has a better chance to be a game that's, kind of sort of high scoring. But Labette County's defense might have something else to say about that. 2nd down and 8 for the home team. Knight in the gun takes the snap with 2 backs to his left and right, and he'll elect to go with Kays again for a short gain. 3rd down and about 7 for Sumner.
Yep, Whitley and I want to say Black were the ones in there on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Another 3rd and decent amount of yardage for Sumner here.
5:55 first quarter, 7-0 Labette County. There are 11 guys on defense again wearing white uniforms and red helmets. Await the home team to break the huddle to get a 3rd down stop, and it's about to happen. 3 receivers bunched to the right, 1 in the slot to the left. Ball at the middle of the field at the Grizzly 37. The snap, a fake jet sweep. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to be hit. A missed tackle. Still on his feet. Stood up by Bradley Black. Still going forward out of bounds. Not quite to the 1st down is Knight. Bradley Black did a good job of making his presence stay strong throughout the tackle. And 4th down and 3 for the Sabres.
Yeah, Jack, they went there with a little bit of fake reverse there. Black was there, stayed home, did his job. But honestly, Jack, with his athleticism, I would not be surprised if Sumner comes out with a rollout, something of that nature, just to let him get out of the pocket and use his speed.
Knight very quick, as we can tell already, and can throw it. 4th down and 3. Knight at the 40 takes the snap, drops back. It's a pass. Little hitch, caught at the 40. 1st down Sabres, gain of about 5. Kind of a technical series here for the Sabres, but it's working out for them.
Yeah, just a hitch route over there. Labette County corner, they're good. Not playing tight enough coverage. They just took what they can get there with that leverage Good was giving them. Good enough for the 1st down. Sumner doing a nice job converting here.
Another beautiful, beautiful night weather-wise. There has not been a bad night this season, John.
honestly, we've been really blessed as far as playing conditions have been.
5:24 first quarter, 7-0 Grizzlies, first round of the playoffs, 4A. We'll get into the other matchups around the area at the next moment. Knight, the ball carrier, across the 40 to the 36. A little bit of trickery in the backfield yet again before he was pushed out by a host of Grizzlies. Very interesting.
Just a miscommunication there.
Oh, well, it sold me.
Well, he was trying to hand the ball off to the right. The back went to the left. He didn't see anyone there, so he just did what he could and picked up. Quick gain of 4 there. But, yeah, there's a lot of room over there. They had those 3 receivers all the way outside these numbers.
Second down and 7 for the Sabres, nearing 5 minutes to go in the first quarter here in Kansas City, Kansas. 7-0 Grizzlies, 3 receivers left. One of them's Neely. He's looking that way. Nobody's open. He'll roll out to the right, the opposite way, tuck it and run. He is quick. First down Sabres, and he's flung to the ground like a rag doll by Roper Whitley.
Yeah, that pass rush, they're going to have to do a good job of maintaining the edge. Right, they may want you to go inside those tackles. And honestly, if you're pass rushing, you kind of want to take what you can get, but this time the Grizzlies are just going to have to work to stay outside. Trust that your secondary is going to hold long enough for you to get there.
And that is this Labette County defense is one of the better ones we've had. They've struggled a little in that left to right cutoffs. We saw it with Tunstall.
It's been a challenge for them all year, holding the edge.
The edge, yep. First and 10. Sabres inside the red zone. Good game here in Kansas City. Straight drop back for Knight. Pass across the middle. It's caught in a gap inside the 10. Looked like from here that was thrown into a hornet's nest, but he found the center of the jersey, number 2, Jonathan Bandy.
Yep, Grizzlies really going to have to walk down. Now, honestly, you throw more guys here in the box. They'll give it to the back here, number 28. He's going to be wrapped up quickly by Caleb Jarman. And I believe Reed came in there second on that. Or he Scruggs the back, getting the carry there.
I think Caleb's out tonight.
Is he?
Caleb is Labette County's really only injury to make note of.
I don't know who was in on that tackle.
It looked like Bradley Black maybe. Maybe the 17 looked like
Yeah.
11. 4 minutes to go, first quarter. 7-0 Grizzlies. Sabres ball inside the Grizzly 10. Second down and goal. Toss play to the right in the gut of Shine. He'll try to cut it in. Can't do it.
Flag.
Late flag flies. If this is a hold, it'll be a drive killer for Sumner. Would be third down and goal inside the 5, but it is holding on Sumner.
Yeah, big break there for the Grizzlies. They were going to have third and goal from about the 4 or 5 there. This making it a little bit easier. Honestly, Jack, it kind of opens up the Sabres playbook just a little bit more because they're not so condensed down there by the goal line.
Seems like an offense that would score more from the 20 than they would from the 5. I mean, just kind of the way that Sumner tends to, or appears to, like to run their offense, and Knight likes to run, and then throw it after about 6 seconds. Second and goal from the 17. Knight trying to do all he can. It's an option to the right. Doesn't have a lot of blockers. Another
Really good
flag
job
flies.
there.
It's eaten alive. Down he goes with a flag. It's got to be on Sumner unless it's face mask or something. And it is on Labette County. We'll try this, John.
They're going to decline this one probably. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jack.
No, I was going to see if I could use our crowd mic for the call here.
Holding offense number 70. The penalties decline. Third down.
Amanda, let me know if you could hear that enough for me to continue to do that throughout the game.
Innovation.
Pretty good microphone that ref has. Makes it sound more like a more professional production from our end, huh?
Well, going to have to talk to the maintenance crew over at LC, see if we can't get one of those.
As we do have our first timeout of the game. Timeout Sumner. Head coach is Steve Williams Jr. Burns the first time out from either head man tonight. 3:10 first quarter, 7-0 Labette County back in 30 on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
Third down and goal for the Sabres. That's Sumner Academy of Arts and Science. Labette County taking them on the road up north. Ball is at the 16. Knight, shifty quarterback. Labette County sends Heady's pressure from the left, but gets the pass off, but it falls incomplete. Might have had a little bit of room if Shine, or Bandy rather, could have hauled in the dump off from Knight, but it falls incomplete. 4th and goal from the 16.
Yeah, even if you did catch it, it looked like Good was going to come up as well as Black, who a little bit late getting there, probably just playing a little bit softer considering the down and distance there. No kicker coming on here for Sumner. They're going to elect to go for it.
4th down and goal again. They put the ball at the 15. Knight in the gun, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Have to imagine pass. Labette County's defensive backs have been tremendous this year. Good protection this time for Knight. He'll bounce around, step up into the pocket, tuck it to the left. He's going to run. He's going to run. Nobody's there. Touchdown,
so
Sumner.
Once again, one-on-one with a backer. Bad angle. Athleticism is going to take care of the rest. Like we said, Jack, it's going to have to come down to Labette County taking away space with these defenders. They're taking good angles. Right there, Black just did take a good one, and Knight just went right around him. DBs weren't aware. That's what happens. You go man across the board, opens up running lanes.
7-6 is now the score, and Sumner appearing as if they are going to go for 2 points. 2:58 to go in the first quarter. Sumner converted on 2 4th downs on that drive. Labette County's defense looked sharp, just gave up a couple 4th downs. Knight in the gun with 2 backs to his right, both of them to his right. Typically there's 1 right and 1 left. Knight bends forward with his right knee, takes the snap, rolls out right, back of the end zone, intercepted. Labette County's going to return this, and they blow the play dead.
I guess that
Barrett
is
Heston with the interception at the goal line. 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion, no good. 7-6 is your score.
So there's a Sabre down on the field limping off now. The intended target there, number 7, Elijah Robinson.
Oh, man, he's a good receiver for them.
Yeah, Labette County maintaining the lead there. Good play by Barrett Heston to step in front of that hitch route.
Hope Robinson is okay. 7-6 Grizzlies get the stop on the 2-point conversion. 3 minutes first quarter, back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the 4-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
If you can see a reflection or if the video is a little bit foggy or reflective on the live stream, we apologize. There's a light in the press box that's automatically turning on and off, so we would like to get this light to stay off so that reflection is not there, but because the light keeps coming on, we're having a hard time getting that reflection to go away. Another little squibber kick for Sumner. Gill with the kick is fielded by Labette County.
Parker Midget, sophomore, out there for the Grizzlies. Yeah, Jack, I'm kind of wondering, maybe if we're getting another one of those situations, we may not, take out a linebacker, throw Bates or another DB out there.
To field these shorter kicks?
No, I was talking about on defense and like
Oh,
a
on
fourth
defense.
and long. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
try
to have
to-
a little bit more speed there to match up with Sumner.
Labette County yet to throw tonight, and why would you? Jamal Jackson into the secondary, finds a lane. Jamal Jackson inside the Sumner 30, man on his heels, and goes down inside the 20. Jamal Jackson, a speedster, bust into the secondary for a big-time gain inside the red zone. Yet again is Labette County's offense.
Real good blocks over on that left side. I want to say it was good. The receiver out there did a nice job taking that DB with him. Got a good block there on the edge.
Jackson again up the middle, swiped at but missed. The second attempt is a tackle. Cameron Williams on the stop for the Sabres, and no gain for Jamal this time.
There is a penalty on the play.
Penalty flag on the play. White Hat is looking in Sumner's direction, or was he speaking with his official? As down here on the near sideline doing some lateral drills is Elijah Robinson. I forgot about the ref mic. That's on me. It was on the defense?
Yeah. I don't. Well, I couldn't hear what he said. I was listening to you talk.
Yeah, I ruined everything there. That's on me.
Come on, Jack.
Oh,
it's
12,
playoffs.
yeah. 12 men on the field. 12 men on the field for the Sabres. 5-yard penalty.
Replay first down.
Yeah, replay first down. 1st and 5 for Labette County at the Sumner 14. They get them to jump again. It'll be 1st and goal for Labette County at the 10.
Why not, Jack? You buy one, you get one free here. So we're going to move inside the 10 here. So the Grizzlies are going to get 1st and goal here after 2 penalties and a huge Jamal Jackson run. Play clock starting now. So we're going to see that formation we've been seeing all night. Hoppus and Stevens behind those guards.
Yeah, as Labette County came in here, it's evident they're going to pound this sucker down the field. And they've done it every play. Jackson up the gut, lot of room, dives forward. Did he get in?
I think he did, Jack.
Touchdown, Labette County. Jamal Jackson with a dozen touchdowns on the season. Pound it again. Labette County breaking the door down in Sumner.
Yet Labette County getting what they need out of Jackson here early. And right now it looks effortless for Labette County. Running the football, have yet to throw the ball. And why do you need to, Jack? I mean, you're running the ball such success. Reminds you a little bit of that, of a Niners-Packers, I want to say, conference championship game a couple years ago. I think there was 5 total attempted passes for the Niners, and they won the game just running the football with Mostert and those guys.
Kick for Rivera is pure. 14-6, Labette County. Sumner, might I introduce you to Mr. Jamal Jackson. 2 minutes, first quarter. We will be back in 30 seconds. Sabres get another try on KLKC.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the 4-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
I'll figure it out eventually.
14-6. Labette County in front. 2 minutes first quarter. Rivera squibs it, and it's fielded and fumbled again 2 times by Sumner, but they get it back at the 35. Labette County's kind of popped him in the mouth a little bit. Sumner fortunate to convert on 2 4th downs on their last drive. One of those 4th downs was a rushing touchdown from Knight, as he's going to have to. We said this might be higher scoring, and it's 14-6 still the first quarter, and Sumner has the ball again.
Yeah, Jack. Grizzlies may want to consider, keeping a spy in or something. Maybe bring in, like I said, sub out a back or bring in a DB, have him spy here on those 3rd and longs.
Lewisburg 0, Bishop Miege 7 in that one. The winner of this game plays the winner of that game. Big Chris Stevens picking up and dropping the back. 2nd down and 10, no gain on the rush.
Yeah, the Grizzlies have dominated the line of scrimmage so far. Right there we see Stevens getting through. Sumner having some difficulties running the football outside of night on those scrambles.
The way in which Sumner's moving the football does not seem like a long-term success to me compared to Labette County that is just mechanically ruining Sumner's defense, whereas Sumner is sloppily gaining yards. 2nd and 10, Knight looking for somebody, throws it, dropped, incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Nash driving down on that hitch route. Really good closing speed from Nash to break that one up. Nash has played, really honestly, since league play started, Nash has played tremendous in that safety spot.
As these Grizzly defensive backs, it could have been a perfect game against Chanute last week as far as preparation for tonight. Chanute had the best receiving core, at least in the league, that we had our defensive backs go against, and Chanute also threw it. And Sumner kind of similar as far as they like to throw it and have pretty good receivers. 3rd and 10, they need it. Knight pressured from his right. Breathing down his neck is Jarman. He'll turn the corner. Claiborne there. He won't get it. They're going to call that, aren't they? Oh, they didn't call it. They didn't call the late hit on Claiborne. I will take it.
That either way, Claiborne, someone needs to be in his ear letting him know he can't be doing that. Because Grizzlies are fortunate there that one wasn't called.
Usually, especially because it was on Sumner's sideline, the refs are usually more apt to make the call depending on where the tackle was made, which team's sideline. 14-6 Labette County, 1 minute to go first quarter. Labette County had a chance to block that punt. It's spinning backwards at the 34, 34, and it's going to take a good Sumner bounce to the 22-yard line, and we'll keep it here.
A good decision just to let that one roll. The way the Grizzlies have been moving the ball, I was kind of thinking, why not go ahead and go fair catch that ball? Save you some field position here, but it's only 8 yards, and the Grizzlies are getting that each time Jamal Jackson touches the ball so far.
We'd like to thank a few sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Tank Connection, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, and Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. Labette County yet to throw a pass tonight, and they're up 14-6. Jamal Jackson bounces it out to the left again. Big run. Gain of about 4. It looked like more than that, but he'll settle for a gain of 4 around the left side.
Yeah, Jackson tried to give Neely a move out there on the edge. Good job by Neely just staying put and wrapping up that inside leg. Gain of 4, though. I mean, the Grizzlies are... This may be the most polished this run game has looked as Nash just jumps off sides.
Back up.
False start, offense number 5. 5-yard penalty,
That's one of those, if you're a coach, you're like, why are you moving early? I mean, you have a clear line, look at the ball, that clap sometimes, though, just in your head of, oh, it's time to go.
And it was probably a running play, too. So Nash could have had a cup of coffee down there and watched Jamal run for a touchdown, but who knows, might have been a pass. He's in single coverage down here at the bottom. 2nd down and 11 for Labette County. It's a pass play, first of the night. Wyrick gearing up, looking for Nash right side, undercutting the route, and dropping it off the interception was Eric Wilson. Good coverage on Nash from Wilson.
Yeah, he had inside leverage there, and it looked almost like just a post route there, working against that inside leverage of Eric Wilson. I mean, really good coverage there.
Yeah.
Nash having to play defensive back role there at the end of the play just to break that up.
59 seconds to play in the opening quarter.
This is where it can put you in the trouble, on those second down play calls like that. 3rd and long here.
Wyrick drops back, protected well, flag flies. He'll step up, deliver a ball that's intercepted at the 25. Good block from Sumner, and the return gets down inside the 15. And I believe that was the guy that got injured a little while ago, and he's looking mighty fine now, Elijah Robinson. And the holding call was on Labette County. It's declined.
Wyrick who hasn't really turned the ball over too much these past couple weeks. Right there, felt the pressure, did a nice job stepping up into the pocket. Had to clear a lane to throw there, just threw it right into the heart of a Sabre defender.
That's the end of the first quarter, 14-6. Labette County's coming off of a turnover when we return in 1 minute on KLKC.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
Camden Good with a great play in the backfield for Labette County's defense on a quarterback keeper around the right side, fresh off of a Sumner interception. 2nd down and 12 for the Sabres at the Grizzly 17. 11:20, second quarter. Grizzlies lead by 8. Straight drop back for Knight. He's looking left for the fade route. A jump ball's
Great
tipped,
defense,
incomplete. Fields on the coverage.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interject there. Fields, they're batting that one away. May have had a chance to have a pick there, but either way, good coverage by Fields down the field. Tried to take a jump ball there with his receiver. Receiver unable to make a play on the ball.
In the blink of an eye, yes, I'll take the words out of your mouth. 3rd and 12 for Sumner after 2 plays. Camden Good, Deontay Fields, 2 tremendous plays by 2 tremendous defensive backs. The snap goes to Knight. He fumbles it but picks it up, tosses it to the left. This is going to go nowhere. Labette County's defense with a big stop after throwing a pick. 4th down and 11 coming up for the home team. They scored on 4th and 15 on their last 2 drives ago. We'll see if they go for it here. I would assume they do.
Yep, and Grizzlies going to have to contain Knight here. You're going to have to contain Knight so far. Your back ends look pretty good so far coverage-wise. Nothing too crazy going on out there. Going to have to contain Knight. His scrambling ability. Got those 2 backs, too.
4th and 11. Labette County's defense strong here. Straight drop back for Knight. Good protection. Steps up, pressured from his left. Looking right, heaves it to the end zone. Good ball. That might have been caught. No, out of bounds. That was tremendous placement. There's a flag at the 15-yard line.
Knight had him wide open over there on that right side. As this is a hard angle to work, or for me to see from Good, I believe is the one on coverage. That scramble drill can be hard on those DBs sometimes.
Ineligible receiver downfield. On the offense, a penalty is declined. Turnover on down.
Anyways, I was saying he had a wide open man in the end zone, put the ball too far out of bounds.
So Labette County gets a turnover on downs after Sumner got the ball inside the Grizzly red zone. They ran 4 plays for -1 yard. 10:22 second quarter, 14-6 Grizzlies. Beautiful November night in Kansas City. Ball on the right hash. Labette County moving right to left. They go back to Jamal, left side. Sumner trying to close in on him. They can't do it. He'll get a 1st down and more. Run into a blue jersey and push it forward. A flag flies. to the 37-yard line. I don't know how that ref saw a flag or a penalty in the midst of that scrum that was moving as quick as lightning.
I'm not sure either. Jackson just does a nice job there. The edge defender for the Sabres there was in a position to make a play. Jackson does a nice job cutting in. Finds a lane after making him miss.
The flag was a sideline warning on Sumner, so he didn't see anything. He just perhaps felt or heard the sideline behind him. That was Sumner Academy. Labette County, first down and 10. Jamal Jackson really racking up the rushing numbers here tonight. He'll get another, and this time he's dropped for no gain.
This time pulled Hayward around. Defender comes up, or Hayward gets around there, makes the play, puts the Grizzlies behind the sticks here. Second and about 11. Wyatt, 2 pass attempts so far, one of those being intercepted. Jackson having a tremendous night so far, this O-line as well.
9:30 first half. They go to Jackson, right side. Stood up just across the 40, and that's where he will go down. So 3rd down and 8 for Labette County's offense coming up.
Yep, but now we're outside of those 2 pass plays we saw earlier. We're really going to see what the Grizzlies are made of, you know, and really test these Sabres DBs here. Big 3rd down. So they may have an extra guy coming off the edge here, number 7.
He had the interception a little bit ago. That's Robinson. 3rd and 8. It's a pass. Wyrick adjusts his feet, finds a wide open Bates across midfield, makes a man miss. He dropped him, but it is the first down. Bates wide open on an island, moved the chains at the 50-yard line.
Yep, 3rd and long. You know who the Grizzlies are going to go to. Kagan Bates working out of the soft there. Whole lot of green grass for him as well when he caught that puppy, as he is the leading receiver right now for the Grizzlies. 21, make catch number 21, a team lead, as well as yards, about 280 now.
Good job by the Grizzly offensive line. Jackson with a huge hole inside the 30 of Sumner to the 29. Man, you know, fun to talk about Jamal, but that offensive line is killing it right now.
Yeah, physically right now, the Grizzlies know they are a bigger team, especially on the edges, right? Those backers of the Sabres not too big, not too strong right now. And you're able to work Stevens out there, get those tackles to get around the edge as well. They're just pushing the Sabres down the field.
1st and 10 at the Sabre 29. Jamal hit and dropped at the 29-yard line. Short gain. 8:15 first half. Grizzlies lead 14-6.
This time power to the left. Just a quick block shed there over on that left side by a defender. I want to say that also is number 50, Gail Escobar. Just made a couple plays. Right now, the Grizzlies marching within the 30.
Wyrick hands it to Jamal to the left. Couple men to get by. He does. Lowers his shoulder. Flag flies again from the bottom official. Across the 20, Jackson went nearly to the 15-yard line. Helped up by a couple buddies. Slow to get up is Jamal, assessing his physical situation.
Jack,
he's been a workhorse tonight.
I don't want to insinuate over here on this near side, but the way Jackson lurched forward towards that defender could be targeting. I mean, if you want to call it, I mean, still throw it. What is called a holding here.
Holding on Labette County.
Yeah, Jackson's got to be careful about that because that is forceful contact to the head of that Sabre defender over there. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I was kind of just noting that.
As it is negated from the spot of the hold, so it's still just 2nd and 10 for Labette County at the Sabre 29-yard line with the ball on the near hash. The left hash, that is. Stevens, the extra man to the right side of the line, coming off of a block and making a play for the Sabres is Robinson, dropping Jackson at the 25, 3rd down and 7.
Honestly, Jack, the way the Grizzlies run the ball, why not just, I mean, you know you're in 4-down territory. May as well run the ball here, set something else up. don't have to pick it all up here if you're the Grizzlies. Obviously, you'd love to, but yeah, the Sabres this run defense for them has not been what it's needed to be at all. Grizzlies having their way.
Jackson to the right gets the first down and more. Jackson flirting with the third touchdown, spun to the ground at the 2, maybe the 1 yard line. Jamal Jackson.
That's the advantage of having that.
Hurry up
kind
offense.
of H-back as well, running that power. You get 3 guys moving, pulling the left side all the way over.
Hurry up offense for Labette. Wyrick under center, quarterback sneak, whistle, timeout Labette County before the snap. 14-6 Grizzlies, 6:30 second quarter. Back in 30 seconds, Grizzlies at the 1 yard line.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
14-6, Labette County in front of Sumner Academy. However, Labette County has the ball at the Sabre 1 yard line. First and goal, Wyrick well under center. Oh, Wyrick was in the gun, and Jamal's dropped for a loss of 1. From here, I thought I saw a white jersey right behind Dickens, or was it Hoppus that time? But I think it was Dickens. But he was in the gun, and Jackson was dropped for a loss of 1.
Yeah, just a negative play there for the Grizzlies. Still in a really good spot here, second and short.
I was
by the goal line.
Stevens and Hoppus, as Jackson's going to get in for a touchdown, his 3rd of the night. As that duo up front of Cole Stevens and Mason Hoppus is working well for Labette County, along with their offensive line, let alone a running back like Jamal Jackson. It's 20-6 Grizzlies with 6 minutes to play in the half. And Rivera on to kick again.
Yeah, quick score update from a couple SEK teams. Fort Scott hosting Coffeyville right now. They lead 6-3. I'm not sure about the Chanute score right now. I believe they're taking on... Actually, let me look. We have a sheet with us somewhere, but...
Go ahead and look at that, and we'll take a break here in a second. You can give us some matchups. Rivera's kick is good. 21-6, Labette County in front of Sumner. 6 minutes, second quarter. We'll take a 30-second break again on KLK.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Labette County in front of Sumner, 6 minutes to play, just over in the second quarter. Rivera with a good meaty kick this time that squibs all the way back. It might stop short of the goal line, and it barely rolled into the end zone by about a foot. Sumner very fortunate.
Yeah, that could have been a costly mistake there by the Sabres. Number 2, Jonathan Bandy. Thought he was going to have enough steam to just clearly get through there. Barely gets in that end zone as Grizzlies were breathing down his neck.
That'll bounce the ball out to the 20 of their own for Sumner. We'll see how Sumner responds here. Down 15 at home in the playoffs against a hungry Labette County team, especially a defense like that. We'll see how Sumner responds. And they respond with about a 7-yard run to start this drive. Up the middle, they go with Bandy.
Best run of the night for the Sabres there. Real good job by that interior of the offensive line working against that front of the Grizzlies. Reed and Stevens getting a couple double teams on them there. Labette County is pretty much scoring at will right now when they do touch the football. Sabres really need to come up with something here to keep this game from getting away from them.
5:30 second quarter. Knight in the gun, puts it in the gut of his running back, who's smoked, eaten alive. Loss of 1. Roper Whitley bounces away from the play. Making a tackle is the senior.
Yeah, as well as Black working on the ankle as well. Whitley the one coming in and cleaning him up. So right here, 3rd and 5, we've seen Sabres, run a couple slants earlier as well as a hitch route. Grizzly DBs, honestly, they need to play a little bit tighter here. See good about 8 yards off the receiver and working back.
Knight with a pass on 3rd and 5. Pressured, throws it, and it is caught at the 40-yard line and somehow stayed in bounds across the 45 was Makai Neely.
Yeah, once again in pass coverage right now, and this has happened a couple times over the year. Those backers on those scramble drills, they tend to leave their guys. They tend to leave their guys down the field right there. Bradley Black left his man. Knight found him, and that's all you got to do. You get out, you're pretty much just like in the front. Come up, please, because you're looking behind him and seeing the receiver there.
That's not an easy pass or catch to make. Got to keep your feet in bounds if you were Neely, and he did so. 4:24 second quarter, feels like a must score if you're the Sabres. Run up the middle, nowhere to go. The Megalodon grabs him around the waist and pulls him back. Did they get the ball out? I think they're going to call it forward progress, and they do. Matthew Jarman was holding the ball like a trophy in his hand, saying, I got it, but they give him forward progress. 2nd and 10 at their own 48.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of zone from the Sabres so far. Not really pulling anyone around or anything. They're just trusting their guys up front right now running the ball, and it hasn't worked in their favor, at least on the ground so far. That front of the Grizzlies stuffing any holes there is.
2nd and 10 with 3:40 to play. Movement up front, and they call offsides.
Running back jump. Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty is still second down.
As that'll move the ball over the 50 into Grizzly territory for Sumner Academy. That'll put it at the 47. Again, the home team in their blue tops, gray bottoms, and white helmets. As they definitely take their time before each play, at least in moments. Play clock already at 13, and they're still in the huddle. 3:30 to go as the clock runs. 21-6 Grizzlies. Grizzly defensive backs rush to their assignments. Bradley Black guarding a receiver over there on the far side with the ball at the right hash. They run it up the middle, and nowhere to go. Right at the logo at midfield, splattered to the ground was Bandy, as he's not having a lot of fun running into the jaws of that Grizzly defense.
No, I'm certainly not going to end up with the ball placed in right about that logo, Jack. So, honestly, it may have just been a setup call there to set something up for 3rd and manageable.
3rd down and 5 for the Sabres. 2:45 second quarter. Force 4th down and make Coach Williams make a decision. Knight flings it with his right hand. It's caught at the 45. Did he get the first? They give it to him. 1st down, Sumner to the 42 of Labette County.
Yeah, just an out route there, taking advantage of the leverage of that safety being so far off the receiver there. It's just a pitch and catch there. It's an easy 5 yards for the Sabres to pick up there. That was number 8 on the receiving end, Makai Neely. Seeing him make a couple plays on the defensive side as well.
.227 first half. Labette County on the back of Jamal Jackson's 3 touchdowns leads 21-6. Knight takes the snap, play action, pressured by Big Chris. He gets him. Big Chris rips him to the ground with his powerful 2 hands. Loss of about 7.
Yeah, Chris Stevens just came right through that offensive line. They did not stand a chance. Stevens had his mind made up. He was going to make a play right there. And Knight unable to, quite get away from the reach. Had he done so, he's very dangerous, running around back there, as we know, Jack, as we've Grizzlies know as well so far tonight.
Second down, about 16 for Sumner, a minute 45. 5 seconds on the play clock. They're going to be forced to take a timeout. Boy, Labette County's defense has Sumner's head spinning. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
(21-6), Labette County in front of Sumner in the first round of 4A playoffs. Minute 43 to go in the first half. Sumner out of a timeout that they were forced to call due to nearly having a delay of game called. Ball is at midfield. Knight drops back, adjusts, lets it go deep, looking for his man. It's caught back shoulder, pushed out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Good coverage from Fields, but an absolutely beautiful rainbow from Knight to Bandy.
Yeah, it was a good ball. Fields kind of got his head, spinning around there, trying to spin and make a play on it. It's a good ball from Knight on the throw down the field. Fields, he did, maybe give himself a couple more steps there and make sure he stayed over the top.
21-6, Labette County in front, minute 36, second quarter. Sumner, they've struggled right here. First and goal at the Grizzly 5. After the big play from the quarterback to the receiver, Bandy. Toss play to the right. Not many blockers. Chris Stevens bear hugs and swallows the ball carrier for a gain of nothing, maybe a yard on the play.
Him and Reed, the combo there to bring him down. Sabres not any success within the tackle so far. Had that huge play right there, which honestly, Jack, that it's kind of a huge, mistake and a huge gain for, or huge play for the Sabres because they score here.
They need to score before half. If you're a Sumner fan, you're thinking, boy, we got to score before half. 60 seconds, second quarter, pre-snap penalty, and we'll get the call here in a moment from the White Hat.
Snap infraction, number 55 offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Snap infraction on Sumner. I'm telling you, they have struggled down here. It doesn't seem like an offense that's suited to easily get the ball in the end zone from the 10-yard line in. Trips left, man in motion, flips out for a little out route. He's not there. Knight is going to try to make hay. He'll roll out, throw across his body to the end zone. Oh, he caught it. The call was so delayed. Touchdown Sabres. Robinson on the catch. He was injured earlier. We're glad he's okay, one of their better players, but Robinson with an easy slant route catch. However, it's still a two-possession game unless Sumner can get this two-point conversion in the end zone.
Yeah, right there, Grizzlies went man there across the board, at least from the looks of it. You've got a drag running against that. Robinson just beats his guy. A really good job by Knight getting out there and finding him.
21-12 is the score, 42 seconds, second quarter. Still a two-possession game if the Sabres can't get it in. Knight in the gun with his heels at the 8-yard line. Flag on the play.
I would have maybe burned one there if you're a Sabre coach. It's a huge play here. You're probably not going to get the ball before half as well. Why not burn one there, save yourself 5 yards, make this 2-point a little bit easier.
If you couldn't hear, it was a delay of game on the Sabres, so the two-point conversion will be ran from the 8-yard line. Knight rolls out off the snap, looks for the fade route to the corner. Well thrown, caught, got it.
Yeah, Fields just misplaced this ball there. We kind of watched it there, Jack.
Robinson again.
Yeah, as I was saying, Fields misplaced the ball there, jumps way too early, trying to make up for the ground he had to cover there, as he was beat by Robinson there on that corner.
21-14 the score. 40 seconds, second quarter. Good game here in Kansas City. 30 seconds, KLKC.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Kansas City, Kansas at KC Schlegel Field, where Sumner is playing tonight against Labette County. Squibb across the middle, hits Labette County, goes right back to Sumner, but who got it? I think Labette County might have fell on that football, and they did, based on the reaction of everybody, as Labette County's kicker, Fernando Rivera, did that to an opponent a couple weeks ago, and Labette County just had it happen to them, but we got the ball.
A little bit different. Fernando's was a line drive, just a scorching line. This one a little squibber. And honestly, Jack, if you're a frontline guy, and you probably need to do a better job of communicating, because those second row guys are coming up behind you. Just let that one go through. Make it a little bit easier. Because it's an easier job fielding that ball with a little bit less steam further down the field.
Hey, Labette County's got the ball at midfield with 40 seconds left in the half, and Jackson breaking away a run here gets the first to the 40 of Sumner. 34 seconds stopped on the clock. And now they're going to run it. Wyrick in the gun takes the snap and clocks the football with 29 seconds left in the half. Labette County has the ball at the Sumner 41. John, if you don't get up there, to the end zone, but you get maybe to the 20-25, do you trot out Rivera?
You may as well. I don't see why not. Go in a half up two if he makes it.
Here's
scores.
Jackson around the left side trying to shed blue cloaks. And they'll cover him and bring him down across the 40 for a short gain. Timeout. Stops the clock with 22 seconds left in the half. Again, your score, Labette County 21, Sumner 14. John and I are going to dig into some scores from other playoff games as well as tell you the matchups in 4A. And as part of the Eye Care Associates halftime show. And speaking of sponsors, we'd like to name off a few others before halftime here in Kansas City. Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Vollmer Cement Finishing, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, The Corner Store, Olson Ace Hardware, and SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister.
Grizzlies with 4 receivers here, kind of stacked on each side.
Again, just 22 seconds left in the first half. Labette County with the ball at the Sumner 39. It's a pass. Wyrick adjusts his feet, lets it go across midfield, overthrown, intercepted at the 10-yard line. Sabres trying to return it left to right. Blockers in front, but he's brought down at the 40 by Jamal Jackson. The interceptor was Makai Neely with 10 seconds left in the first half.
This time they're hoping those safeties were just going to split, kind of split the Red Sea there in the middle of the field to go with those twins on the outside. Bates kind of set on a screen, same thing on the other side, and just run a seam route right up the middle. Right there, Jackson just Aaron needs to recognize that Jackson already turned around for the ball, maybe throw to the open space right in there. So as we see it there, that safety is a little bit deeper down the field. Kind of just settle in the open grass and just get what you can. Makai Neely, the one coming up big there for the Sabres.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Sumner with just 10 seconds left in the second quarter at their own 40-yard line. However, it is an offense that is explosive, but barring anything crazy, this game should go to halftime with your score 21-14, but we won't speak too premature here. As John, while we have a couple moments, did you find any meaningful scores from around us?
Honestly, Jack, not too much has been updated at the moment. Still 6-3 is the latest I got in that Coffeyville Fort Scott game. I want to say last I checked, Chanute was up 21-0 over Paola as well. Independence, who knows? I didn't see anything for them as well. So
I know they're at Wamego tonight, and again, we'll get into matchups as part of the Eye Care Associates halftime show. 10 seconds to go in the half. Sumner down 7 at home to your Grizzlies. Ball at their own 40. Knight fakes the handoff. They're going to try to make something happen, and the clock's down to 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Knight throws it away, and it is caught at the 50, but that'll do it for the first half from Kansas City. 21 Labette County, 14 Sumner. We're going to step aside for a good 4-minute break here on KLKC and come back with the Eye Care Associates halftime show.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Welcome back, Grizzly fans. 21-14. Labette County in front of KC Sumner. John, probably the most fun first half we've had this season. Sumner's a pretty fun offense to watch, kind of. If you've never seen the Ravens play football, or should I say Lamar Jackson, that's kind of who Knight reminds me of, their quarterback, a little bit. Runs around, and then somehow finds a guy down the field. That was the scout coming in, and that is held true. Coming in for Labette County, the scout was Jamal Jackson. Well, he has 3 touchdowns, giving Labette County a 21-14 lead at the halftime break. So, the identities for both teams, the scouts, the assumptions, the expectations have all pretty much held true to make for a fun, fairly even matchup here tonight. However, John, it does feel like this is Labette County's game to lose. They're running the ball at will. I still like their defense over time. Sumner will get the ball coming out of the locker room for those wondering. John, what was your breakdown before we get into some scores around the area? Really fun game against pretty contrasting teams as far as play style.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Labette County is dominating this football at the line of scrimmage, Jack. Right now, the Sabres are just getting beaten physically up front. Those 5 guys for Labette County in white are doing a tremendous job of blocking right now for Jamal Jackson. And then we've seen a bit of a different formation. Some of these times, they like to run a lot of stretch right now with Stevens get to the edge. Reed and Broadwell have done a nice job of setting the edge, allowing Stevens to get out their lead block. Right. They have Hoppus in there as well. Sometimes they'll run a power, pull a whole side of that line along with Stevens. So you're really overloading sides of the box in the run game right now, and it's been working for the Grizzlies as Jamal Jackson. He's well over $150 right now, 3 tutties. He's having a monster game. And the Sabres right now defensively for the Grizzlies, right? We said it all year, broken plays. You have to wrap up when you can. Don't let Knight get to the edge. And, man, these backers, they cannot be coming up all the time, right? We've seen a couple times now where backers come up because Knight gets to the edge and he has a wide-open guy 20 yards down the field. Those are, some huge plays, and the DBs, the guy do a little bit better job of playing the ball in the air right now. There's been some good plays from him. There's been some really bad ones. You got a young secondary out there. They're going to need to grow up a little bit. I don't mean that in a bad way, Jack, but they're going to have to play a little bit more mature back there playing the ball.
You can tell by the way the game's gone and how the players have handled themselves that the Sabres are used, and the fans as well, their reaction. The Sabres are used to making plays like this. Knight is used to having nobody open for 6 seconds and then heave an air biscuit and it lands right in the hands of Neely or Robinson. They're 2 tremendous senior wideouts. So, again, both of these teams are playing about as anticipated as far as strengths, but I do think it's Labette County's game to lose. I would say Labette County is a touchdown or 2, maybe more, better than this team, and they're up 21-14 at the break. John, do you have some scores from around the area?
I don't, Jack. Scores in Kansas where I usually look, and for some reason this year they do not like Southeast Kansas
I know, I've
teams.
noticed that.
Latest update I got right now is 6-3 Fort Scott over Coffeyville, and that was at the end of the first quarter. So I assume that one probably has changed. I'm not sure if they have a YouTube stream or something. I should probably look. Chanute's blowing out Paola right now. I think they're just about to enter the halftime. Other than that, I think Prairie View's beating Iola 27-14. Nothing too crazy. Chatopa beat whoever they played 86-0. Oswego last night came up with a huge upset over the defending state champions in 8-man Linden. They won that one 60-50. Trying to think. I think Parsons is playing tonight as well. I could be wrong, Jack. I'll look real quick for that.
I know Pittsburgh's game started an hour early at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and they're beating
Topeka.
I'm not sure if they're playing Topeka. I was looking to Hills something.
Topeka Highland or something like that.
Yeah, perhaps.
Man, we know our stuff. Man, we are good.
They're beating the brakes off them like 49-12 or something of that nature.
We are just well-versed, well-spoken, have done our research. We are just tremendous. 6 minutes to go, as part of the halftime break before the players come back on for about 2 to 3 minutes worth of warm-ups, and apparently the Sumner band never stops playing. 21-14 again is your score. This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show.
Yeah, as I just got word now that Bishop Miege and Lewisburg tied 14-14 at the half. Honestly, Jack, it's kind of the public schools versus the private, at least on the minds of a lot of people. If there's going to be a team this year that's going to be able to knock off Bishop Miege, it's going to be Lewisburg. They've been dominant the past couple of years, and this is the one to keep an eye on because of the way the bracket is set up. We'll play the winner of this game. If Bishop manages to pull this one out, we'll host them next week at Lucas Field. If not, we're going to be traveling once again up this way towards Lewisburg for a playoff rematch, where we got blown out last year against them at Lewisburg's field. So it's certainly just a tough break as far as bracket play goes, but Labette County drew a good one tonight as they're in a dogfight with Sumner.
Legend has it, the Sumner Academy band members don't have lungs. They're mechanical. Oh, never mind. Okay, all right. They do breathe. No, it's good playing. It's just kind of funny because it's so noticeable in the background that they did not stop playing for like 7 minutes straight. 21-14 again, your halftime score. Grizzlies in front. So Labette County, just to kind of reinstate what John just said, if Labette County wins tonight and Bishop Miege beats Lewisburg, Labette County hosts the second round of the playoffs next Friday at home against Miege. Labette County wins tonight and Lewisburg beats Miege next Friday. Labette County travels up here just about an hour short of where we're at now to Lewisburg and plays next Friday. So Labette County, they got to win first, but they could host Miege or go to Lewisburg depending on how that tied game at halftime turns out. We'll step aside. What did you have to say?
Oh, I'll just say they got to handle business here first, Jack.
Oh,
Sumner certainly explosive enough to stay within this one. And I'm sure they're going to make enough adjustments at half to kind of slow down this rushing attack of the Grizzlies.
And we will talk about how Labette County was so successful on the ground. An offensive set in the backfield we had not seen all season. We'll break down what that looked like in 1 minute on the Eye Care Associates halftime show.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Welcome back, Grizzly fans. Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. And as promised, we're going to break down how Labette County's rushing attack was so successful. John, you're kind of an X's and O's guy. Cole Stevens, Mason Hoppus. Hoppus is typically the center.
Yeah, and he's been playing center, outside of when they bring Dickens in.
Right.
They'll line him and Stevens up right there in that A gap on either side, right inside that guard. But yeah, right now, they're just up front, just manhandling. We've seen a couple times. They've really done a nice job sealing the edge with some of these stretch plays. Brand Power really well. Also, Hayward and Reed on one side working really good as a duo. Seeing Broadwell throw a couple really good blocks. Kepley in there as well. They probably got a smile on their face out now warming up, just knowing the kind of success they've had Then when you're able to spring an athlete like Jackson up into that secondary, we've seen it, Jack. He's a handful to bring down, has the speed to take it, to the house at any given moment, getting really good downfield blocks from Good and Nash on the outside as well. I mean, right now, this is what Labette County's been building up all year as far as running the football. Got a favorable matchup tonight up front, and they've taken advantage of it so far, Jack.
45 seconds until the second half begins. Both teams on the field stretching, getting ready for the second half. Yeah, really interested to see how both these teams made adjustments, because the way in which the team had success, each of them, was blatant. Labette County, rushing attack, Jamal Jackson, whereas the opposition, more so in the air. And it's not that the coverage was poor. It was pretty well-placed balls and really good throws. And those two receivers are quite strong for them, 7 and 8, Robinson, Neely, both seniors, both stand at 6'3". So it's not like the coverage was bad at all.
Knights, honestly, he's been playing quite good, and he's really kept the Sabres in this one. I don't think they'd be in this one without the play of, or his play so far. Honestly, he's been one of maybe top 3, QBs we've seen so far this year.
Probably.
He's looked legit, got out of the pocket, didn't seem phased by anything, looked down the field. He's done a really nice job of just looking down the field and seeing guys open, especially down in the goal line.
Labette County does have a sack tonight. I believe just one. It was big Chris Stevens at midfield getting his paws on number 16.
Labette County's been pressuring him at a decent rate. They've just been flushing him out of the pocket, though, and he's done a nice job working under pressure out there.
Both teams getting set for the second half to begin. Oh, they put another 3 minutes up there. 21-14, again, your score. Labette County in front of Sumner Academy. The Sabres will receive to start the third quarter. We will take a 2-minute break and come back with the second half on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Kraus in the house gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCRadio.com.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu. At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Thank you, Amanda. Good deep squibber for Rivera again. Runs back to pick up his tee at the 40-yard line after kicking it off to the Sabres. And they returned it to their own 20-yard line. 21-14, Labette County in front, start of the third quarter.
Yeah, I do have a quick score update as well. Fort Scott's kind of pulling away from Coffeyville now, 22-3 in the third quarter.
A few other scores: Columbus 14, Parsons 0 at halftime, Pittsburgh 49, Highland Park 18, Frontenac 51, Baxter 7. Few score updates there. 1st and 10 for Sumner. They hand it off. Short run, blasted is Shine, the running back for them, and he's slow to get up.
Yeah, I want to say that was Whitley. He just knocked his clock clean. As a man, that was...
They're going to make him come off the field, I think.
I don't blame him as he took a blow. Right, it had been safety. Heston came up, blew him up. As man, yeah, they faked the sweep there, ran it to the left, and he just got blasted.
They give him a yard on the carry, 2nd and 9. This is just the second play of the second half. If you're just tuning in, Labette County leads by 7. Sumner coming off of a touchdown drive right before halftime. Straight drop back for Knight, pressured from the left. A flag flies from the secondary. Pass down the right side is somehow caught at midfield. Are you kidding me? That is Mackay Neely. We'll see what the flag is on. It came from the secondary.
Holding on 5-5, the center, I want to say.
That was not a Labette County fan that said, "Are you serious?" So it was holding on Sumner. That will negate the big 35-yard play from Knight to Neely.
Just what a beautiful ball. It hits him right in stride.
That is a great pass.
It was a little bit behind him as well. Fields just having to play a little bit of catch-up there. But, yeah, I mean, Black kind of out there on the edge as well. Couldn't quite break free from that tackle. Knight able to get outside and have just enough room to set his feet and make a strike down the field.
2nd and 20 for Sumner now. Knight with a pass, pressured from the left, fumbles the football. It's on the deck inside the 10. Ripping it away is Labette County. I think they have it. They do! Labette County with a strip down sack. 1st and goal for the good guys at the 7-yard line.
As that may have been Reed who got in there initially to take Knight down. He just lost the ball by himself there. Black coming up with a huge fumble recovery there, as Labette County's going to have 1st and goal here. Start their innings for them in the second half. Leading this one 21-14. It's a costly mistake there for the Sabres.
Huge play for Labette County. 1st and goal at the, they say 9. Jackson for his 4th touchdown. Funnels his way in. TDLC Grizzlies 27-14. 6 going on 7 points added onto the scoreboard. Labette County rolling after the turnover.
I think he was untouched all the way into the end zone, Jack. I'll be honest. It's taken 11 guys right now, and they're playing as a unit. Same goal, run the football down the Sabres' throat right there. It's just one of those plays where you feel like, oh, you have a huge play called back on a penalty. It's a momentum swing, huge momentum swing with that fumble there, Jack.
Rivera to make it 28-14. The kick is good. Just under 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Costly mistake from Sumner, or rather credit Labette County's defense getting tonight. Strip sack turned into a touchdown. 28-14 good guys back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Labette County goes from strip sack to touchdown. I didn't see who got in there for the strip sack.
I want to say it was Reed. I'm not sure. I'm going to give him credit, though. I think he was the one that got back there.
Low kickoff picked up for Sumner across their own 30 and shoved out by 4 Grizzlies. In there was Camden Good, Roper Whitley, as well as, is that Roper Bradfield? Oh, I'm sorry, Alex Ludwig, as Roper Bradfield is 65. Ludwig, Good, Whitley all in on the stop. 1st and 10 Sumner at their own 30. Again, we'll see how they respond. Labette County up 14.
Twin receivers on both sides here for Knight. Give it up the middle here. Nothing working there. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 at most. Man on the carry there. It's going to be number 24 for the Sabres, Adrian Kays, sophomore back. Brought down by a couple Grizzlies there.
Bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Sabres with 10:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. This team can score quickly. Their offense is, they're not that great on the first 2 downs of possessions. But they're better on 3rd and 4th down, really. Here's another run for a short gain. 3rd down and 4 approaching for the team in blue. That's the Sabres. Have you noticed that trend as well? They kind of struggle or run modest plays on 1st and 2nd down and then take their shots on 3rd and 4th.
It's been because, it's in obvious pass situations. That's what this offense is more tailored to. Those 1st, 2nd downs, you really still have to try to run the football, even if you aren't able to necessarily just to maintain that threat of the ground attack, at least in some manner.
3rd down and 4 for the Sabres. It's a pass. Knight looking to his right. It's in and out of the hands of his target. Dropped dead, out of bounds, did the football. He was looking for Makai Neely. 4th and 4. What do you do, Coach Williams?
You may as well go for this thing, Jack. The way you've had success through the air in these short situations. This time, really good coverage by Nash coming down. It would have been close had he caught it. I would bring it down, though. Was Neely. As there's a new group coming on here. A couple guys trotting off for the Sabres. We're going to go ahead and boot this one away, Jack. Interesting here.
4th down and 4. A big play here is blown dead by a couple whistles. Timeout, Sumner. This is a big, big play here. Sumner is playing some dangerous games here. I'm not saying they shouldn't go for it, but they are really flirting with Labette County going up 35-14 if they don't get this. We'll keep it here and thank some sponsors for making our job possible. Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Tank Connection, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, and Community National Bank. 4th down and 4 for Sumner. Big play here at their own 36-yard line. 9:30 to go in the 3rd. They trail Labette by 14. Knight bends at the waist, leans forward, takes the snap, and drops back. Black closing in. He'll step up in a pocket, get the 1st down. He's quick. Got it out to the 45 before he was stood up by Tayton Claiborne.
Yep, this time you're going to bring those safeties up so you can have those backers as spies there. He split a couple guys, and just that speed, as you saw that acceleration to get up the field quickly. Not a bad, attempt there by the Grizzlies. Keep those backers as spies. He's just very, very quick. Honestly, Jack, the way the coverage was down the field, may have those defensive linemen kind of hang back there a little bit, not try to pressure him as much. I know it's a hard thing to say. Hindsight's always 20/20, but
run up the middle for Sumner. They have had about 0 success with the run tonight, but you got to keep doing it to keep the defense in check. Ball carrier that time was Adrian Kays. He got the 1st carry of the game for Sumner. That's one of his first carries since then.
Yeah, and a lot of the ground game has been a lot of zones. This time was a dive. A double team over there on the right side working against All of those interior defensive linemen just getting blown up too quick for anything to really develop for that back.
8:24 third quarter. Labette 28, Sumner 14. Knight with his foot at the 40-yard line of his own drops back with the pass. He'll pitch it. It's a reverse. Right side, Labette County. Matthew Jarman, the Megalodon, chomp, beats him down at the 44. Third down and 10 coming up. Matthew Jarman with the stop.
Yeah, we saw earlier in the game they faked that reverse. This time they're going to give it there. Jarman does a nice job of shedding off that block by 58. Kyron Washington, captain for the Sabres, that right tackle. It makes a huge play there to force 3rd and long.
Third down and 10 for Sumner with 7:30 to go in the third. Labette County showing heat. They'll bring some. Knight protected. Air biscuit across the middle is in and out of the hands.
That's
2 flags fly. Another beautifully placed ball. There's a flag back here at the quarterback. There's a flag in the secondary and a flag back here where Knight was pressured.
I'm not sure what they're going to call back here because Stevens had his big paw on Knight when he went to throw it. Wait. Go ahead here. They're still discussing.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. I was just making sure we stopped in time to get the White Hats call here.
Yeah, then down the field they're going to get Nash just having his hand on his back going to swat that ball. I don't like that one. I don't think he was really, hindering the receiver's ability to make a play.
Pass interference, defense, number 5, that penalty's declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 76, defense. 50-yard penalty carries an automatic first down.
I think that one's a little bit. That one's questionable. That roughing the passer, it didn't look like anything egregious. It was in the throwing motion as well. But, I mean, they're going to call what they're going to call. I mean, obviously they saw something enough there.
First down and 10 for Sumner after the roughing the passer call. This puts the ball at the Grizzly 41. Grizzlies 28, Sumner 14. Under center is Knight. Hasn't been there too much tonight. Fakes a jet sweep and rolls out right. He was looking deep, and he'll settle at the sideline of the 31 for Neely. They love to run those sideline plays. Neely and Robinson good at keeping themselves in bounds and in position to make a catch.
This little curl route over on the right side. Bit of, trickery in that backfield, running those fake handoffs, having those guys in motion, drawing the eyes in. And this time, just a good route by Neely, working against Nash at safety.
7:18 to go. Sumner down 14. They only trailed by 7 at half, but gave up a strip sack and a touchdown.
3-on-2 on
a
the
draw
left
play. Labette County patient and read it well. Gain of just 3 for Sumner there on the draw play. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Matthew Jarman in there alongside his buddy Roper Bradfield making the stop.
Yeah, as I was kind of saying a little bit during that play there was 3 Sabres over there working against Nash, and I believe good on that right side. Because, I mean, at the Sabres recognize they're going to have a wide open guy over there on that left side.
2nd down and 7 for Sumner Academy, down 14 at home. Straight drop back for Knight, pressured from his left, wrapped around the waist, can't make the tackle, throws a weak pass that's caught at the 20. Was he in? He was. The receiver that time, for the first time tonight, was number 4, Summer Moore. And I said weak pass because he threw it with kind of a limp arm. It wasn't really a zipper.
Yeah, I mean, he had just escaped the sack attempt by that Grizzly defender. Just kind of look at it here, and he just didn't get his feet into it, Jack. That's why, because he just got out of that failed sack attempt right there. And it almost seemed like Hessen may have had a chance to kind of just bat that ball down, Jack. I'm not sure if he felt like he couldn't have made that play. Managed to get the defender out of bounds, though.
A play action rollout for Knight. Has an open man at the 16, and he's stood up and then gang tackled after a gain of 4 on the pitch and catch. Camden Good and
Well, that's
is that Bradley?
Yep. Black came up there. And once again here, Sabres controlling with it, controlling now, coming off a drive where there's a strip sack. Grizzlies score the ball. They've responded well so far, Jack. Piling together, pretty nice drive inside Grizzly territory here, inside that red zone now. Second and about 7.
5:50 to go in the third quarter. Labette County up by 14. Really entertaining match here. Knight bends at the waist, takes the snap. Another draw play. Labette County closing in and suffocating the gap. It was there, and then Houdini came in, and it was no longer. Matthew Jarman
and Roper Whitley.
Snuffed out the gap, and it disappeared in a flash. 3rd down and 9, another negative run for Kays.
Really good play by the Grizzlies there. Make this one 3rd and long. And this is where Sabres have been really good, and Grizzlies need to get off the field here if they can.
3rd and 9, a long drive for the Sabres. Pocket collapse, and so does Knight. Down he goes. Loss of 6, 4th and long in Grizzly territory.
I mean, when we talk about, a unified pass rush against guys that are mobile, this is ideally what you want to happen. I mean, every play. I mean, all 5 guys coming right at him, getting pressure on him, not allowing any gaps there. That's what you want when you're working against an athletic guy like Knight. Had there only been, one guy, he's going to get around him. He's athletic enough to do so and find some holes to scramble through.
4th and 17. Big play after a long drive. Knight running to his right. Michael Reed pressures. He'll heave it to the end zone. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Good coverage at the right pylon. Camden Good, Deontay Fields, I believe, on the actual coverage. And Heston over there making his presence felt as well. Intended target was Neely, and it fell incomplete. Long drive came up a goose egg for the Sabres.
And that's still a really good play by Knight out there on the move once again. He's putting the Sabres in a chance to stay in this game. I mean, honestly, Jack, we just can't get our back. Just getting, taking advantage of the Grizzlies' defense and his athleticism, and he's kept them in it.
Jamal Jackson with a run to the left, hops over a blue jersey that tried to swipe at his socks and gained about 5 yards. This is the first actual drive for Labette County this half because their touchdown earlier came off of a strip sack at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, this Grizzly offense has moved at will all night, working as a unit. This time we're going to see this action in this second half. Miscommunication here. Wyrick's just going to have to eat this one. See, turned to his left, didn't see Jackson, who went to his right. Miscommunication there as they had a couple pulling guards going right to left. Makes it 3rd and long now. We'll see a couple guys come on now, that being Good and Bates coming into much more spread look. Dickens and Stevens will try off the field here.
28-14 rather. Labette County in front. They are facing a 3rd and 9 with 3 minutes to go in the third. Play action. Wyrick settles his hips. He doesn't see anything. Looks right. Throws right. Dropped at the 35. 4th down and 9 for Labette County. Intended target. Barrett Heston puts his hands on his face mask in disappointment.
Yeah, and that's a play. Heston, the ball's a little bit low, but still, that's a play Heston should be able to make 9 out of 10 times at the least. He catches it. I'm not going to say he's going to get the first because there was a Sabre closing pretty close, but it would have been very close to getting a first down out there. Forced to punt now after getting a huge stop on 4th down defensively. Sabres getting the ball right back.
First punt of the game?
Believe so, Jack. This one high, spiraling ball.
That's a beautiful punt. And it's caught at the 37. A really nice catch, actually. That ball was high and coming down hot. Good field special teams coverage by Jonathan Bandy. So Sumner with one more shot potentially in this third quarter. Can't imagine they'd get the ball back again after this drive. 28-14. So Sumner with a chance to kind of baptize themselves of that last drive that came up with nothing and score before the end of the third like nothing happened. But Labette County's defense, again, has had many things to say against that statement all night. They have been great. Sumner has scored a lot of points in multiple games this year. Knight wants to go deep, doesn't have much. He'll settle, slip, hit, dropped. Matthew Jarman again around the kneecaps, makes 16 taste the turf.
Yeah, really good coverage down the field. Nash working against Neely deep down the field. I think that's who he was looking for. 2 was bottled up as well, I believe, by Good down here on this near side. As honestly a coverage sack there. Jarman having enough time because of the coverage down the field to come from behind and wrap him down.
2nd down and 14. Sumner trying to run themselves back into this game, but their feet aren't on the ground. They're not really moving anywhere. Here's a run for nothing up the middle.
Honestly, Jack, 2 minutes left here in the third. You've had little to no success on the ground game. You may as well just scrap
Bail
the
it.
road. Yeah, get out. It's a sinking ship when you do that right now because, man, there's no holes for that back.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to put the ball in your athlete's hands, and that's Knight. Don't put the ball in anyone else's hands other than Knight right now. Let him make plays for you because that's where you've had success.
3rd and 14, Knight drops straight back. The back hangs in for coverage. He's pressured, wrapped around the hips, and loses the football, but they'll mark him down at the 40. We'll take that as well. 4th down and 8 for the Sabres.
Now, if there's been a knock on Knight's game, he's had some fumbling issues tonight, Jack. Sometimes you get out there running around with that ball in one hand and not keeping 2 on it, right? A lot of quarterbacks, they're taught, keep both hands on the ball, especially when you're moving up and around. Him going with a little bit more loose, a little bit more athletic, style there has led to some, the turnover earlier. This time called down before that one got out.
Sabres showing punt here. We'll see. And the punt is nearly blocked, and it's going to be roughing the punter. It's fielded at the 35. I think it was Bradley Black that slammed into Knight, their quarterback that was punting it at the 30.
Yeah.
Darn it.
But I don't think they actually practice, how to dive at the ball and avoid the punter. I mean, that time it's just like Black's just trying to make a play there. He doesn't know no better, right? That's usually not, you only have so much time in practice right there. So you're supposed to dive in front towards the foot, This time he just
ran right at him.
Yeah.
So 15-yard penalty, automatic first down for Sumner. Bit of a gift there. Labette County hadn't had a penalty like that this game. We'll see if Sumner can capitalize on it. They'll get the ball at the Labette County 45 after the penalty. Again, Labette County 28, Sumner Academy 14. 57 seconds to go in the third quarter. Knight lets his hands hang at his kneecaps, takes the snap, gives it to his back,
Great
and he's
tackle.
swallowed a hornet's nest. And stinging him right in the back was Tayton Claiborne for a loss of 1.
That's a name, started every game last year for the Grizzlies, has been a spot starter so far this year for them. Had a bit of a rough game against Wellington, bounced back nicely. I believe it was against Coffeyville at home. We saw him make a bunch of plays there. This time coming up huge in the playoff game with a tackle for a loss there. He read that one perfectly and made a play.
He's quick. 2nd down and 11. Sumner been playing from behind the sticks, it feels like, on multiple occasions tonight. I wouldn't run the ball one more time this game if I'm Sumner. Here's a hitch and go. They've got him. Caught. Touchdown, Sumner. Perfect play. They needed it.
As that's good. Getting burnt deep there. Fake the screen. Caught good looking in the backfield. Receiver just ran right past him. As a result, safeties were bid up as well. No man back there. Touchdown Sabres.
Makai Neely on the touchdown reception makes it 28-20 with 9 seconds left in the third quarter.
So that's a huge mistake there by the Grizzlies. Really good play call there to get those Grizzlies being a bit greedy with those eyes right now, looking in that backfield. Saw the fake screen, bid up. What do you know? Neely's running behind you.
The good thing that Sumner has going for them is it doesn't matter if it's 2nd and 4 or 2nd and 11. with their play style, it really doesn't matter. Quarterback keeper up the middle, squirting into the end zone for the 2-point conversion is Knight. Ball game in KCK, 28-22, back in 30 on KLKC.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
(28-22) Grizzlies in front of Sumner. Labette County felt like might go up 35-14 and try to put this thing away, but Sumner had a big hitch and go play to
Knight to Neely.
Neely, thank you, for a touchdown. Sorry, I had a bad itch. And here's a high kick. That's going to be caught backwards at the 27. Good return here to midfield, staying on his feet and knocking himself down with the help of a few Sabres, that is, at about the 50. Couldn't see the return man from here. Did you see who the return man was, Caleb?
I want to say that may have been Bates on the return there.
Oh, Kagan, okay.
I could be wrong. He looked, Kagan's grown a couple inches. I mean, it looked like him.
So Labette County with good field position here, up just 6 with 3 seconds left in the third quarter. So this will be the last play of the third. Labette County up by 6 in the first round of the playoffs. Wyrick in the gun, Jackson behind him, run to Jamal, being tracked down from all angles, and he just saw a cloud of blue and went down after a gain of 1.
Yeah, number 7. He's made a couple plays out there on the edges. I'm going to try to talk over this band real quick. Elijah Robinson has made a couple plays out there on the edge. This time he sheds the block of, I believe it was Stevens or the left tackle Reed there. Ran a power play there, pulled those guards. Got guard and the tackle over there as well. Holds the edge. Grizzlies minimal gain as a result.
28-22, end of the third. We'll take a 30-second break and come back with the fourth and final stanza from Kansas City.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby,
Jamal Jackson up the middle here to open the fourth quarter. Plunges in a gap for a gain of 7. Third down and 3 for Labette County. A lot of energy in this arena. Good home crowd that was pretty bare early is now really energetic. They have good vibes here in Sumner from their home fan base. Labette County 28, Sumner 22, 11:33 to go in the game. Wyrick in the gun on a big third down. Jackson up the middle, gets the first and more to the 35.
Yeah, I mean, you just see it. I mean, these linemen just running down the field, throwing blue jerseys to the ground. Jackson right behind him, kind of having an arm on him because he's so much, quicker. He's doing a nice job of staying patient, let those blocks get down the field. It's eventually tripped up by a Sabre defender.
11 minutes to play. Jackson with another carry, and they swing him to the ground this time for a gain of 1. They're not getting much interior push at all. So it's basically up to those defensive end or backers to be quick enough to loop around the line and tackle him from the backside.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you pull that tackle and that guard, and you're pulling all those guys from one side. There's going to be an untouched guy. This time, number 10 for the Sabres, Cameron Williams, is the one that tracked him down.
Jackson with another carry. There's that backer again that makes the tackle, but not before he picked up the first.
Late flag. Really
wow.
late flag.
Oh, it's a sideline warning on, or it might not be a warning this time, on Sumner. He looked right at the sideline and motioned for a sideline interference. And the coach here is arguing with the official on what they did wrong here after Jamal almost picked up a first down on 2nd and 8. Here comes the call. That wasn't the call. Okay, they're still chatting about it, but I believe it's, they're going to step it off because Sumner got their sideline warning earlier. So this should be enforced.
Yes, I think the white hat is kind of telling the white hat's kind of telling the steering side of this official, maybe be a little bit more lenient here. It's a close ball game in the playoffs.
Sideline interference, 5-yard penalty on the defense. 5-yard penalty.
Well, oops, sorry. We're going to turn down that, sorry about that. We're going to turn down that crowd mic before we get taken down off YouTube, if you know what I mean.
May get a fine from the FCC.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know if I said the right name. The broadcast people, federal wage, I don't know who it is. Sorry, folks, for listening to that stuff.
First down and 10 for Labette County at the Sumner 21-yard line. Up by 6 with 10:15 to play. They're going to go to number 24 in white again.
Wide open
Big
lane.
room, good block. He'll get down inside the 5, bounce inside, touchdown Labette County. A huge lead block for Labette County. Mason Hoppus with a big play downfield, making it possible for the junior to get in for his 5th rushing touchdown of the game.
Someone go into the halls of Labette County High School, find a record book or something, because he's got to be approaching some kind of
Christmas Day. Alvin Kamara is November 1st. Jamal Jackson.
He's having a tremendous game. This offensive line, it's just, man, they're getting him untouched 7-8 yards downfield, and Jackson's such a special player. I mean, he's going to squirt through and score right there. I mean, there's nothing you can do if you're a Sabre defender.
On the 2-point conversion, Jamal Jackson gallops into the end zone to convert it, and the score, 36 Labette County, 22 Sumner Academy. 10 minutes to play in the game. 1-minute break this time on KLKC.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
Fernando Rivera to kick off after Labette County goes up 14 on the Jamal Jackson, his 5th rushing touchdown of the game. Rivera squibs one up the middle that's caught like a ground ball in baseball at the 25. And a good return here for Sumner, but it's stopped just after the 40-yard line of the Sabres, so could have been a lot worse there. As still down here on the sideline, running sprints to perhaps see if he is okay again. I'm not sure. Is Elijah Robinson? Maybe we haven't seen Robinson out there in a while because it's been mainly Neely making the catches. And Robinson on the sideline again, running some sprints as he got hurt early in this game, but played mostly since that injury.
It may have just pulled something, just seeing if he can go on it. Look okay running down here. So we may see him back in the game fairly quickly.
We talked about this game might be one of the more high-scoring ones as far as both teams go, and that's holding pretty accurate here. 36 Grizzlies, 22 Sabres, and the Sabres are about to burn their second timeout of the second half, and they do it. With 10 minutes left in the game, they have the ball down 14 and just burned their second timeout, I believe, of the second half. We'll thank a few other sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Vollmer Cement Finishing, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, The Corner Store, Olson Ace Hardware, and SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister. And I know they kind of are a sponsor because it's part of USD 506, but I just wanted to share today how great of an experience I had going to the high school's coffee shop today. The Grizzly Grind, just east of the downtown strip of Altamont, Kansas, across from Labette Bank, north of it. If you go through Altamont, go to the coffee shop. They're open 7 to 11, Monday through Saturday, ran by students. They'll make your coffee and treat you with a smile and good respect. Had a tremendous experience there today. They had their ribbon cutting ceremony actually this morning. So check out the Grizzly Grind right by downtown Altamont any chance you get. Here's 2nd and 10 for the Sabres, going deep. Good coverage from Deontay, in and out of his hands. Fields was looking for, I believe, his 6th pick of the season and dropped this one. He turned to face the ball. Was that the difference between his other coverages tonight and this one?
Yeah, this time he's actually turns his head in time, and he was in much better position as well. This past other couple of times he's been beat by a couple steps, so he's really focused on trying to make up that ground, and he hasn't been able to turn his head because of that. But this time he's able to do so. Just uncharacteristic drop from him in that secondary. He has been quite the ball hawk back there.
3rd down and 10 for Sumner. Ball at their own 40. The ball is sticking right now for them, and this ball is overthrown. He had a man on the near sideline, and it was Neely. So 4th and 10 coming here. Boy, if Sumner does not convert this 4th, they're playing defense down 14 with 9 minutes left. And they can't stop Jamal, so they're in trouble if they don't get this first down.
As we're kind of also keeping tabs on this huge, matchup between Bishop Miege and Lewisburg. Right now, Lewisburg with a huge play, put it inside the 20 of Miege. 4th quarter right now, 21-14 is the score on that one with Miege leading.
And they are going to punt, and they fake it. It's a run, and they get the first, I believe, by a fraction. Where are they going to spot it? First down, Sumner. Off the fake punt run.
Untouched up until right about that line to gain. That was Knight, I want to say, number 10 or 16. I could be wrong, Jack. I think that was who was.
Could not quite tell.
The carrier there.
As it looked like they just negated that big Lewisburg play because of a penalty. So Lewisburg not threatening to score yet, down 7 to Bishop in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10. Here's a hitch route, too low, incomplete at the 40. Fields on the pressing coverage coming in from the secondary. Looking for Bandy was Knight.
Yes, that felt like forever to get that ball out to that, hitch route on the outside. It certainly felt like, Fields maybe if he had a better drive on the ball there, could have had a chance to make a play there. Fortunate it was underthrown, though, as that should have just been an easy pitch and catch for the Sabres.
2nd and 10, Knight with a 3-step drop. That ball might have been tipped at the line. And a tackle made by Barrett Heston on the completed pass on the near side across the 45 to Summer Moore for a gain of 4.
not really sail concept because, I mean, it's just a quick out, but they're running that streak to bring that corner off of, you know, out of the equation, working that leverage with the safety. So, I mean, if you're running a speed out 4 yards in, the safety's 10 yards off you, I mean, it's going to be easy pitch and catch there unless safety instantly knows it's an out.
3rd and 6 for Sumner at the Grizzly 45. Pressured up the middle, eaten alive, and buried! Buried! Chris Stevens, Bradley Black.
And, Jack, I'm just going to say this. If there wasn't that much pressure in the face of Knight, he was going to have 2 coming across. There's a miscommunication in the back end with Heston and Fields on this near side. Number 2 being Jonathan Bandy, just running a crosser. Huge play there by that pass rush to pressure Knight.
4th down and 19 for Sumner, and the quarterback Knight is going to go ahead and punt this one. He can do it all, and it lands, I think, inbounds at the 22 and goes out of bounds inside the 20. We'll see where they spot it, though, and they'll put it right there at the 22. 1st down, Grizzlies moving left to right, up 14 with 8 minutes left, back in 30 on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
Jamal Jackson with a big run here. He's going to threaten to score. Jamal Jackson inside the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Make that 6 TDs for number 24. Jamal Jackson goes 78 yards for a rushing touchdown, number 6.
Jack, I think he may have gotten it earlier, but I believe now that one's going to seal it. He is now Labette County's single-season all-time leading rusher for yards in the season,
Wow.
I should say. He was entering, you know, only 220 yards short of it heading into here. He's certainly well over that mark needed after that run.
Huge play from the junior running back, and Rivera, he's been a busy bee tonight, splits the uprights perfectly. Your score, Labette County 42, Sumner Academy 22, and it has been busted open. The offensive line has been great. Jamal Jackson has followed suit. 6 rushing touchdowns for the junior tonight. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
(43-22) Labette County in front. I misspoke. 43, not 42, apparently. Here's another similar soccer type kick from Rivera to Sumner. And they blow it up at the 25-yard line. Good special teams coverage there. Jet Stig in there on that coverage for
Him, Black, and Good, I want to say, are the ones.
as Jet Stig was injured pretty bad earlier this fall. So great to see Jet Stig out there making plays and healthy.
As Sumner, after only trailing by 6, a couple minutes ago find themselves down 21. Need a couple scores now. They're going to urgently need some scores to stay within this one, Jack, as the way this game's gone. Labette County gets the ball. Who knows whether it's going to be a long run or just a methodical drive. The Sabres were unable to stop much of the Grizzly attack.
Sabres just trying to get the ball in their best athletes' hands at this point. As John said, they should have done that earlier, but it looks like they're going to start doing it now that they're down 21 with 7:50 left, as it was just a quick out from Knight to Neely, who gained 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a screen out there to that right side. Just get what they could. And, yeah, 2 backs in. Honestly, I don't know why they're not spreading them out.
Quarterback keeper here for Knight, running around the right side and drug down on the far side of our field away from our vision. Not sure who had it, but Matthew Jarman is saying the ball popped free. Multiple Grizzlies join in Jarman on pointing Labette County's direction. They're bouncing up and down. Grizzly football! Grizzly football! Bradley Black is the one that they're jumping on, so we'll give BB Gunn the credit. Bradley Black with a fumble recovery, 43-22. Labette County in front with the ball now, 7 minutes left.
Jack, you score here. I think it's safe. You can go ahead, wrap this one up, send it in to Keisha, let them know what happened, and move on to the next week. If you're the Grizzlies, got to finish it, though, here.
Not sure what happened. Must have been kind of a late fumble as the receiver went to the ground. But Labette County comes up with, I think, their 3rd turnover of the game. They have 2 fumbles and a turnover on downs. If that counts, I'm not sure. As here goes Jamal up the right side. A lot of room. Jamal cuts it in. Goes around again. Lowers his head. Gets inside the 15, down close to the 10. You're not telling me he gets 7.
Oh, my goodness, Jack. If he gets number 7, we may have to start looking at some state records. I'm sure there's been some crazy performances. Jackson's stats tonight are going to be right up there with them.
They go to Jamal again around the left side. Sumner panting for oxygen. Jamal cuts it inside, gets in to the end zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Jamal Jackson makes 7 touchdowns for the junior tonight. Boy, what a night. That's got to be something.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at some records here on Keisha, if they still have it up on their site.
Oh, boy. 17 rushing touchdowns on the season. Came into tonight with 10.
As kind of looking here.
49-22 Labette County in front. Rivera didn't get a break, and he will miss this one, it appears.
He missed it.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to find some records here in a game. Oh, my God. Jack, I think he's not close to the record. I just saw one for 13 in a game by some guy in 1920. Let me give him some credit real quick. 1927, Elvin McCoy of Haven had 13 touchdowns on one evening. I'm trying to my best here.
How's our fade over here doing?
As
How's our face not looking good over here?
yeah, 13 touchdowns one guy. Jamal's not touching that one tonight, Jack. Not enough time in this one, but certainly a great performance by the Grizzlies coming in this one. Gonna walk out of here with a opening round victory in the playoffs, first one in quite a while, Jack.
I mean, Jamal Jackson, 17 on the season. TJ Mayhew might be the only one I can think of that had quite a few. TJ had 23 that year. That was something special that season.
McPherson maybe. I'm not sure where he's at on that list either.
Rivera to kick it away. Again, your score, Labette County 49, Sumner 22. Deep kick this time. Rivera finally able to let the cannon loose, and Sumner lassoed to the ground inside the 20. Update in Bishop Miege, or at Lewisburg rather. It is 21-14 Miege in front of Lewisburg with 4 minutes to play in the game. If Miege wins, they travel to Lucas Field in Altamont, Kansas to play Labette County next Friday. If Lewisburg wins, the Grizzlies travel to Lewisburg. 6:20 left in this one, though. 49-22 Grizzlies in front. Sumner with the football. Again, Jamal Jackson with 7 rushing touchdowns in the game tonight. Run up the middle, and Chris Stevens says, "You're not getting past me," and that's a loss of 2.
I mean, I'm not sure what, honestly, Kansas City Sumner is doing right now by trying to run the football. You've had all your success through the air so far, and with Knight making the plays. He has a good arm. I don't know why they're not just airing this puppy out right now to their playmakers. It really is kind of mind-boggling to me in this stage of the game, Jack.
As here's a bit of miscommunication in the backfield with Knight. I'm not sure what happened there, but the quarterback is going to tuck and run across the 25 for a modest gain of about 6. Not too sure what happened there in the backfield, but something wasn't right, and he tried to make hay with 5:30 left in the contest.
Missing a snap, maybe. A little bit of miscommunication as well. But yeah, you see that athleticism once again. Got outside, made a move. Wasn't able to quite get out of bounds, though, as this clock is still moving, 5-11 and counting.
Knight takes the snap and looks to his right, and that's where he throws, and it's caught on a quick turnaround, and Claiborne and Nash will make the play for a short gain, 4th and 4 for the Sabres.
As, yeah, I mean, 49-20, just throwing a hitch route there. They got to throw the ball down the field here. You're down 4 scores, and you're just taking your time right now. First time, come out running the ball, then you throw a hitch. I'm not sure what they're doing. This clock is milking away right now.
And they're going to punt it on 4th and 4, or at least that's what they're showing. And they do. Sumner's kind of waving that white flag here tonight as this punt's going to be fielded by Fields. Breaks a man's ankles, gets across midfield, tries to get the edge around the left, shoots it upfield, and goes down at the 40. Is that Nolan?
That was Nash on the return there, Jack.
Yeah. Oh, it is Nash. Sorry about that, Nolan.
He's been returning so far tonight, on punts at least. But yeah, I'm not sure this is the message you want to send to your football team, especially your seniors. I mean, this late. I mean, you've been explosive so far tonight. At least try to fight back into it, especially with the 4th and 4. Why not go for it?
Man, you're really upset about Sumner not pushing it offensively.
I'm not sure what it's a playoffs. I mean, this was a 6-point ball game 5 minutes ago, Jack.
That's fair enough. Wyrick's going to air it out here. And Nash catches it across the 40. With 4 minutes left in the game, Labette County is going to get out of here with the win, seemingly up by 27. Again, with 4 minutes left and possession of the football. And Jamal Jackson has every touchdown for Labette County tonight. However, I'll say that, in my book, the offensive line is going to get some of that credit as well, John. I mean, hey, they have been outstanding, and they've kind of ran that interesting front with Dickens at center and Hoppus and Cole Stevens in front of Jamal when he runs it. And here comes Jackson around the left side with the flag from the secondary soaring in like Superman. We'll see what the call is here in a moment with 3.5 minutes left in the game. In Lewisburg, it's Bishop Miege 21, Lewisburg 14 with 2 minutes left in the game, and Miege has the football. What was that, holding on offense, John?
No, I want to say it was just...
Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude this game this evening, we do ask that all spectators...
Holding on the offense for Labette County.
Please make sure you don't go on the track.
As looks like Miege had the ball, 2 minutes to go. Looks like they're going to have to punt here as they hold on to a slim lead, 21-14 there. Like I said, while we're keeping track of this one, Jack, we play the winner of this one next week with how that bracket is set up.
Labette County has busted this game open, and Jamal around the left side with a big gap again. Stays on his feet around the edge, gets inside the 20 near the 15, and he'll tumble down to the ground with 3 minutes left.
Jack, I'm not. If he gets 8, Jack, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, this has been a generational performance from Jackson tonight, running the football. Wyrick hasn't been asked to do much, and when he can do that, it's good news all around. I think Wyrick only has 2 completed passes, maybe a third down to Bates, and a hitch route to Nash on this drive.
2:50 left to play. Jackson, or no, they've taken him out.
This is the other running back we have on our team. This one's Harlan, the senior. He's getting some action tonight. Carry right there on the left side. Pickup of about 3.
We saw Harlan miss a game I don't know, 3 weeks ago maybe, and so another player that we're glad to see healthy and out there getting touches.
I think he missed Fort Scott as well. Not sure.
As Harlan's going to get one around the left side on 2nd down and 8. He'll turn it upfield, get to first, lower his shoulder, stay on his feet, and Harlan can't quite get in. He's down about the 2-yard line, and a late flag flies.
Yeah, if this one, and early indication, I believe, is going to be on Labette County, maybe. I saw officials alarm pointing towards Labette County. Not sure. This one may be on Lewisburg, though.
After the play, personal foul, defense number 52. After this is to the goal, first down.
Man, I like that ref, Mike.
Yeah, the senior defensive lineman, Samuel Chavis, getting charged with that one.
Labette County's going to try to get Brendan Harlan in the end zone here for his first touchdown of the year. He's right behind Wyrick, gets it left counter, tries to cut it in, leans forward, touchdown! Brendan Harlan gets Labette County over the 49-point night and gets him into the 50s.
As this, Jack, is probably the most points Labette County's put up in quite a while, as they've had a field day running the football.
The Harlan Globetrotter gets into the end zone and gives Labette County 55 points on the night.
As this should be a running clock. 33 points. Rivera missed the last one, coming on to tack one on here.
Rivera missed his last one and makes this one. Your score, Labette County 56. Sumner 22. Going to be a fun bus ride home for your Labette County Grizzlies, and deservingly so. What a performance tonight.
Jack Hattie made, the previous extra point. Coach Price turned 57 today, Jack. Could have put up 57 tonight.
Today's his birthday?
Yeah, turned 57. That would have been something cool had it happen.
That's great. Labette County up 33. Kickoff about to take place. Did we have an interception in Lewisburg? It looks like Miege just intercepted Lewisburg to perhaps end the ball game. As we're taking a look at the live stream replay here again, Labette County will play the winner of this game. If Miege wins, it's Miege at home. If Lewisburg wins, it's Lewisburg on the road. And it was a tipped ball and intercepted by Miege, it looks like. So it might be Bishop again for Labette County. At least that seems to be the case. Rivera raises his hands in the air, gets set to kick it away.
As we got confirmation, the live stream's a little bit behind, but Labette County will have a home game next week, Jack, as they'll take on the Stags of Bishop Miege.
Hard hit here on the stop. Was that Fernando on the stop?
No way.
Did Rivera just blast a Sabre?
No way.
As I'm not sure.
No way.
Jack, we were kind of looking at that Lewisburg game over here.
I got the play.
Here's the play right here on our live stream to see if Rivera made the tackle. Boom!
As Yeah, I want to say that. I saw one.
It might have been someone else, but Rivera was in there. No, it wasn't Rivera, but he was involved. We're having fun up here in the press box tonight. Labette County 55. Sabres 22, minute 50 left in the ball game. Labette County's going to move on to weekend number 2 in the 4A state playoffs. How fun is that? Get to play football on November 8th. Been a while since that's been the case for Labette County. Timeout Sabres. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
(55-22) Labette County in front here as the clock's going to run under 90 seconds. Labette County will play host to the Stags from Bishop Miege. No, they will not travel there. They will host them next Friday, November 8th. Be sure to come out and support Labette County in their playoff home game next week, assuming kickoff would be at 7 still. Here's a short run here for the Sabres as well. John, the story of the night, the offensive line doesn't get touchdowns, but they definitely helped Jamal get to his 7-touchdown night tonight.
7 is a ridiculous number to have in one game running the football. I mean, that's just tells you the kind of success they were having up front. The addition of Dickens, having Hoppus in there still, Kepley, Hayward, Broadwell, and Reed. Those guys, I mean, they put on a clinic tonight, blocking up front, pulling around, sealing the edge. They did everything else. And those receivers, they blocked their tails off, too, on the outside.
Ooh! Labette County with a great hit here on the far side of the field, lighting up the receiver. Was Jet Stig. Jet Stig on the hit Stig.
Got a nice point and drive there on that route. Came up, put his pad into him, wrapped him up. Good play there from the sophomore, or junior, I should say.
I've already got my Jet Stig nickname, the hit Stig.
As that one's going to do it here. Your Grizzlies will win this one 55-22 and move on in the Acacia playoffs.
We'll step aside for 3 minutes and come back with the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Labette County Grizzly football, where the Grizzlies are victorious over the Sumner Academy Sabres by a score of 55-22, almost nearly the points that Labette County lost to Pittsburgh by earlier this season. So nice to be on the flip side of a 50-something to 20-something victory rather than a loss. And boy, was it earned. Labette County dominated up front, and I mean dominated with a capital D. Jamal Jackson, 7 rushing touchdowns on the night, and Brennan Harlan came in the game late and got a touchdown carry of his own. John, I know we got a long drive ahead of us, so we'll probably wrap this up somewhat quickly, but speak on what you saw tonight from Labette County.
I mean, just dominance up front. We knew coming into this year that would be the strength of this team, that ground attack with Jamal Jackson. And tonight it was on full display. Aaron Wyrick only had to complete 2 passes tonight. One was a hitch route in garbage time. The other one was a 3rd down conversion earlier in the game. I mean, Jack, there's not too much to say. They made a change this week through Bryson Dickens, the center, in there, and ran kind of an odd formation. I don't know if you want to call them sniffers or H-backs, whatever terminology you want to throw at it. Hoppus and Stevens right in there, but right in there in those 2 A gaps. And they ran some stuff, split zone, traps, ran power really well tonight. Also went back to the more traditional sets we've seen, just those 5 guys and Stevens out there. I mean, it was just dominance up front. And Jackson, when he got to that secondary, he was a handful to bring down all night, Jack.
Yeah, he certainly was. And the blockers did a good job of making the initial seam, which Jamal Jackson's really good at hitting, or the gap, rather. But they did a good job of continuing that one more time. They'd get the initial, and then they'd get one about 10 yards down the field. And that's
Jackson
why it was so easy.
Jackson was so patient, you know, waiting on Hayward or Reed or Broadwell or Capley, those pulling guards to get up through, you know, on those power plays to get up through there. I mean, they were gashing the Sabres all night long, getting down the field. He's doing a nice job staying behind them, right? Manipulating those defenders down the field, allowing lanes to open up for himself. But, yeah, I mean, that's as good as of a game you're ever going to see in the state of Kansas or anywhere, really. 7 touchdowns, nothing to scoff at. I guarantee he was over 300 yards as well, Jack.
Oh, his yardage was unbelievable because he accounted for almost every yard we got tonight. And we went the length of the field 6 times.
He may have been over 400. I'm not sure, Jack.
Can I talk you into 500?
I don't know. It's whatever it is. He set the single-season record for Labette County running the football tonight. Came in eating 220. Was well over that figure. As we're going to have Coach Price join us here quickly. On his birthday, comes up with a huge playoff victory for the Grizzlies tonight.
Coach, we know late night, long drive. Thanks for popping up.
Yeah,
Jamal Jackson's the easy name to say. Terrific, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Offensive line,
Dominant,
terrific, unbelievable.
Dominant. They took the challenge. We put a little different formation in there, put 2 H-backs in there, and we mauled them.
Yeah. How do you describe? We were kind of struggling for a word on the formation with Hoppus and Stevens
Grizzly.
up there.
Is the name of it. That's Grizzly formation. If we're just Grizzly, we're got a guy both A gaps, then we could stack them on either side too.
Is that something that was kind of like, hey, you know, we should give this a shot, or did you think it worked better against this opponent in particular?
Yeah, these guys, we thought it matched up. They played 2 techs on us in that 4-man front. Thought, hey, we could get a wedge in there and really get something going. So we kind of had the angles a little bit. That's what we were looking at.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, they have an explosive quarterback back there tonight. You guys really turned it up there in that 4th quarter. What was kind of going in a half? Because, I mean, they were only down, I believe, only 7 going in a half. What was the message at half as far as containing him defensively?
Well, you know, we talk about, you know, John, you know, control your area, what you can control. And, you know, we weren't doing a good job of that. We were letting guys – we're losing focus, letting them run free, not containing him. I mean, he's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, that cat can run. He's a very good player, very good player. I mean, he's a great young man. We just had to contain him, and we did a better job of that. And we actually put some heat on him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we felt like we could do those things. And, you know, for one reason or another, we just didn't in the first half. And, you know, and we let him stay in the game.
Coach, what a fun season. It's not over. 5-4 your record.
Yeah.
Second weekend. Fun to play football on November 8th next week. Not a lot of teams get to do that.
No, they don't. And, this is for these seniors. This was their 5th win this year, and that's only the 8th they've had since 7th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they don't have 3 wins in their whole career. This was for the seniors. This nobody. I'm not trying to be selfish. It's great to win on my birthday, do all these other great things, but man, this was for those darn seniors. And for Caleb German, who didn't get to suit out tonight, we'll have him next week.
Good. Well, Coach, we'll let you get out of here. Go celebrate with your team.
We'll see you at Labette County next week.
That's right. That's right. Happy birthday, Coach. Congrats. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you for coming up. Safe travels back, Coach. Appreciate you. Yep, we'll see you, Coach. Labette County wins 55-22. Wanted to just keep that a little shorter because I know that we kind of want to get out of here, so wasn't trying to cut him off at all. Just get us out of here. It'll be pretty late. 55-22 your final score. For John Kohler, Caleb McKee, and Amanda back at the station, I'm Jack Leake saying so long from Kansas City. We'll talk to you next Friday about 6:40 for the Tank Connection pregame show. Have a good night, safe travels, and as always, God bless.